What's good, YouTube? It's Rage Real. So in today's video, I want to show you guys this Team and Scheme series part 27. So if you enjoyed this video, go and drop a like on the video right now. Go ahead and sub and turn those post notifications on. So before we go any further, I want to introduce you guys to my website. All Things Madden will be the future for the Madden community. This is so much more than your standard ebook website. This website right here is designed for everything that you love to do in Madden. We know you love tournaments. We know you love to play CFLs. We have money CFLs. We have free CFLs. We even give you reward points for shopping on our website. There's also an amazing feature that we put on there called Request an Ebook. Now, this is the exact process that you'll go through when you actually check out, and we also offer a number of payments. So go ahead and head over to allthingsmadden.com to see what all the hype is about. Alright, so in today's video, we're going to be talking about the gun trips, and we're going to be talking about using that formation. Jesus Christ, my throat went out. So we're going to be talking about the gun trips, and we're talking about using it with the Jets. So if you guys like this scheme right here, this gun trips, now the Jets, you know, obviously they're extremely better teams to use other than the Jets, but the way the series works is we try to only use each team once. That's in the NFL, so all 32 teams. We're on team number 27 today. So of course the team's not gonna be good, but the scheme is actually really good. So if you guys like this scheme, I actually did an ebook on this formation. Now it's currently, I didn't put it on my website, but I already have the ebook made. So if you want this ebook, then all you need to do is go onto the website, hit request ebook, and then you actually want to fill out the request ebook form, which is only 2 questions. It asks you what playbook and what formation. And you guys want to put gun trips for the formation, and then for the playbook you want to go ahead and put the Cardinals playbook, because we are in the Arizona Cardinals offensive playbook. Now this basically is going to be an update for the ebook essentially, because it's going to have a setup that's not included in the ebook. So make sure you do get the ebook. It's really fire. And also I'm gonna talk to you real quick about personnel, because I didn't go in depth in the ebook on personnel, and I think it's really important with this formation. Now the cool thing about this formation is that you can actually get 4 receivers in. So how you do that, well, first before we do that, I want to tell you what's gonna happen first. So what it's gonna do is it's gonna put your wide receiver number 3 is going to put him right here, and it's going to put your wide receiver number 4 in this position right here. I may have them backwards, but I'll end up showing you how it works. So just know it puts your wide receiver 3 in, so it matters. Actually, excuse me, I remember now. My bad, my thought process be a little bad sometimes. But whoever your wide receiver number 3 is actually going to put him where the tight end spot is. That's where he's going to go. Now I believe your 4th string will go right here, but this guy right here is going to be your number 3 receiver. Now me personally, I like to actually have speed at my number 3 for some other plays that I do go over for my ebook. But for now, I just want to show you how to set up your depth chart to actually get it there. So what we're going to do, we're going to go to wide receiver. We're going to actually hit auto reorder. So what you want to do is whoever your fastest receiver is, how I like to do, I like to put Jeff Smith, who's actually 93 speed and 93 excel, and he's actually 6'1", so he's actually a really good receiver. It's just he can't run any routes for you. He's just fast, you know. So I like to put him at the number 3 position, and then from that point, I like to take Jameson Crowder out, and I put Elijah Moore. So I like to have Corey Davis here, Elijah Moore at my number 2, Jeff Smith my number 3, and then right here I like to take Braxton and then put him at my number 4. That's how I like to do my receiver chart for the Jets. Now, so if we go back to gun trips, what we're going to be able to see is that you know, obviously he's not in yet. So what you want to do is go to packages, and you want to scroll over to tight end slot. So notice how number 16 now is right there, which is Jeff Smith, and it's going to put your tight end and at that slot position where 81 is. That's actually your tight end. So what you want to do is actually come right here where the tight end is, and you actually want to sub in whoever you want. So don't sub in Jeff Smith, obviously, because we want him on the field. So I'm going to sub in this guy right here, Braxton, because he does have 92 speed. So now if we take a look at the formation, you can tell we have 4 receivers in there. So that's how you want to do that. And also if you want to use them, yeah, Tevin Cole's in here already. Okay, so cool. All right, so we're good in that department. Now there are so many plays in here that are extremely good, so many setups that are extremely good, and I go over them on the ebook. So I actually want to take you through a setup that I didn't really go into depth with on in my ebook, and that's this 4 verticals play. Now it is on my ebook for this 4 verticals, but this setup I'm finna give you is actually not on there. So I'm gonna sub in some garbage D-line so I can have a little bit of time in the pocket. Let's go ahead and put in Henry Black right there, and then let's go ahead and put in I think the better one right here is actually Sean Davis, and we're gonna put King right here, and we're gonna put Douglas right there. All right, cool. So what we're gonna do is actually just come out in a cover 3. That would be fine. We'll start off with that. Now, when you run this offense, you always want to make sure your 3 receivers are to the wide side of the field. Again, make sure your 3 receivers are to the wide side of the field. And I do have gameplay for you guys, of course. Now, mostly what you get in today's game is just all-out man coverage. If you're on current gen, now next gen, you do see zones. So one thing I like to do is actually take triangle, take X, and you want to smart route his route. Now watch, look what happens when we smart route his route. Look how deep that's ran. So the cool part about that is that this is ran to clear every single zone in the game, basically. So they have to zone drop if they want to stop this smart route. And what's really good about this route, smart routes no matter what like this. So it could be 2nd and 3, 2nd and 2. You smart route is gonna look like this. Now, a couple setups I like to do with this. So there are some basic ones in advanced. So one thing I like to do is take R1, put them on a drag, take circle, put them on the in route, smart route the in route, take my running back, put them on a swing route. Now, this is just a flood concept, essentially. That's the best way to think about it. So let me see if I can go and show you. Now, sometimes square in practice mode is going to just do weird stuff. So like I said, you notice how like that'll happen. That will never happen in game. So I like to back that guy off in practice mode because that never happens, honestly. But if it does in game, I'll show you why it does. But nobody does this in game, or it doesn't do it. It's only like a practice mode mechanic I ever see, because in practice mode they just like bully him. And this is all Madden. This is on all Madden practice mode, excuse me, I can't talk, but this is the only time they do that. So notice how he just like kind of comes here. Now obviously in the game, if you see that, just, you know, throw that touchdown, but they never do that in game. Never. I've never seen it unless somebody did something dumb, you know, like that's the only way they do that. Maybe that like, individually man them up or something, you know, maybe that, but that usually never happens. But anyways, for that setup, again, you want to smart route X's route. You want to take R1, put them on a drag, take circle, put them on in route, smart route is in route. And there are other setups I use in the game. I'm just doing this one as just the base, just to show you how good this route is. So like I said, what's good about this route is that it's going to clear over the top of every single zone. And look how sharp it's ran. So it's almost ran like a in route, per se, like a really long in route. So I'm kind of show you this again, and I'm gonna show you versus all the different zones, and then we're gonna hop into man coverage and then gameplay. So essentially you're just making this, you know, it's a simple you know setup that I'm giving you right here, because you're just gonna make a read between these 2 routes to see where the user's gonna go. But look at how this route's ran. Look how deep it's ran, and it breaks, and then it breaks again, and then it breaks. You could throw this ball kind of flat, almost like you can the PA crossers. That's what makes this route extremely nice. So again, really great route concept right there. So we're gonna go to cover 2, and then we're gonna talk about man coverage. And I'll keep zone chucks on. It doesn't really matter. It's gonna get open whether you have zone chucks or not, or whether your opponent does zone chucks or not. It's gonna get open regardless. But anyways, look at X. So look at how flat that route is ran. Right there, that was completely my fault. You want to be careful. Like I said, it all just depends on what they're doing, but that route can definitely get over the top of that cover 2, and I'll show you again. Also, if they do sit in cover 2, there is a 1-play touchdown versus cover 2 that will work every single time, and I do show you that in the ebook. But just for example, if they want to sit in cover 2, you can still throw this. You just actually need to get the right animation. Let's see. So you want to wait. They're not letting me put in that pocket, but it's the pocket right there. I'll show you I'll show you a replay, excuse me, that pocket I'm trying to get you to understand. But you can definitely throw it, but this is not my preferred one versus cover 2. I love this versus cover 3, cover 4 drop, and I love this versus man coverage. I don't really like it versus cover 2 just because Madden won't let you throw this pass right here. So notice how we can throw that ball right here. Madden will not let you throw that pass. Sometimes you have to have like a Aaron Rodgers or like a, you know, Russell Wilson a lot of times to be able to make this throw. So if you don't have that style of quarterback, you know, look what kind of pass we get, where we just get a super far pass lead up. But this is definitely real. I just want to come and replay just so you don't think, oh, real, that didn't get open. But look, you could throw this ball. You just need to have like an Aaron Rodgers or somebody like basically Zach Wilson will not be able to throw this pass for you. You can tell that's definitely open. Definitely 100% open. So I just wanted to show you that. But no matter what quarterback you have, if it's cover 3, cover 4 drop, or man coverage, you'll be able to make that throw. Just cover 2 is the only iffy one. So I'll show you cover 4 drop real quick that you can definitely make that throw. So again, you guys should know the setup already. And then don't worry, we're gonna hop right into gameplay right after I show you man coverage. But just take a look. That's what I wanted to show you. And then look, we're still getting inaccurate passes. So like I said, it all just depends on who you have at quarterback. I'm not gonna run it again. You guys see those wide open. Now, man coverage is the last thing I wanted to talk about, because you can run this setup against man. It actually works really well against man. Now, if they're playing man coverage, I do like to leave this route right here, because what is going to happen is that he's going to run that little post route, well, a little skinny little post over the middle, and it actually can get open. So one thing I like to do versus man is take triangle, put him on a swing route, take circle, put him on a slant, and then smart route X's route like this. and then go ahead and motion that guy across. So essentially you want to see where the user is going to go between circle and X. That's the best way to think about it, but you really want to look at X and kind of look at R1 too. Actually they don't. Okay, so I think it's if they go all out man coverage. So if there's no safety in the middle, then R1's actually going to run straight. So I'll show you that, because that route is an option route right here on 4 verticals. See that option route? So what happens if it's man coverage and there's no safety in the middle? Now he actually should. So I'll show you this variation too. But I also just wanted to show you that this route does beat man coverage. But just be very careful with man coverage. Now you can always choose to put R1 on the same route that we did. I just wanted to show you, like, it does matter, like, when they change. So now look at R1. That's what I was trying to let you pay attention to. So notice how that route's going to get ran. And since that X route for 4 verticals, it can beat man coverage. It just depends on who you have there. So just want to make sure I did mention that. So notice how we have Braxton here. Now he's not the best receiver, no, that's why he doesn't really get a win animation. So sometimes this does happen. This route does get bagged if you don't have your best route runner running it. So just, you know, that if you want this route to get open versus man, you're gonna need to put your best route runner there, because this is a route running type of play. That's what makes this play not as good versus man, but it's still viable versus man by all means. And also this route is what I was trying to tell you, like, so if there's no safety, they're gonna automatically just do like this little skinny post. So if you have a good matchup here, you can actually test that. Now right there we do not, but that's essentially how you want to do it. And I actually do throw a pick in game, you'll see here in a little bit, because of this right here. So they definitely can bag it if you don't have a great matchup. But without further ado, man, let's go on and dive right into this gameplay. So we are starting off our gameplay on defense for the first drive. Now right here, like I told you guys, I really love this versus trips, and my opponent this whole entire game stayed in nothing but trips the whole entire time. So I do respect it, you know. So right here we're just gonna kind of be looking for something. Now this is why I like this. So look at this right here. So we're gonna just get an absolute incredible animation right there by Justin Hardy, who is actually extremely fast on this game. So that's why I do like to actually play that style of defense, because at 3-rec we actually have a well, actually that was a quarter right there. So we do have, you know, we have athletes out there playing our quarter flats if we decide to play match coverage. So anyways, man, I do not suggest you guys playing with the Jets. To be honest with you, it is extremely hard to actually, you know, it was actually extremely hard trying to get gameplay for you guys with the Jets. Because this is actually the best gameplay I got, and I only played 2 games. This is actually the second time I played. So I played 1 game. I actually didn't even get to really see the ball on offense. I think I only got like I got the ball first, drove down, threw a pick, and then after that I didn't even see the ball till the 3rd quarter. Yes, 3rd quarter. and then I actually drove down. I forgot what happened. I think I fumbled, or it was some crazy thing that happened. I kept getting shedded relentlessly. You see right there, I actually did get you know, some pressure on me, but I kept getting shedded relentlessly, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna go to another game. So I had quit out that game, and then now this is the game that I'm in next. So you know, this is my 2nd game I played today. Like I told you guys, just me personally, I refuse to play more than 2 games a day. That's just me. That's why I didn't play MUT, like I said, because it's like I may play it next year, but I don't know how I'm gonna do it just yet, because I don't want to spend all my life on, you know, MUT or whatever. So right there, I love that little concept, because it's just gonna be a 1-2 read. I knew he was in man coverage, so we're just gonna see which one he chooses, because he was actually sending just, you know, an all-out blitz playing straight man coverage. And honestly, anytime I play with the Jets, I believe I have like a, what's my record with them? They might be like 6-4 or something. I think I'm with the Jets or something like that. And every single time I play with the Jets, people go all out man coverage. Like, I don't blame them though, you know. I don't blame people for doing it, but it's just like, you know, that's your worst fear if you're playing with the Jets. You know, if you're playing with a really bad team, your worst fear is somebody just going straight man, because they have just no receivers that can win. It's right there. It's even tougher playing with the Jets, because you just do not get fight forward animations at all. Like, when I tell you guys, it is so hard getting fight forward animations. You can tell right there, like, they just, I mean, the Chargers have great defense, you know, in general. So I mean, I'm not really shocked. So right here, I never tell you guys to pass the ball. Like, even you, I would just suggest you run the ball if you don't get it. Now I'm looking at this zig route, right? So I'm thinking, okay, let's see if he can win on the zig route. Does he win? I was like, nope, he got absolutely bagged. And by that time I was like, dang, just nobody open. I tried to make a triangle and just, like I said, just ran out of time, man. I really should have just ran the ball, but like I said, versus the Chargers, they have a really great defense, honestly. So, like, the Chargers offense, the only bad thing about the Chargers offense, they just don't have the explosive receivers as far as like speed wise, but I mean, the Chargers are actually a really great team on here though, because they have the route running, you know, and that's what's really important on Madden. Even on current gen, route running does matter, and actually you learn that by playing with the bad teams. You be like, okay, well, route running really does matter, right? So right here, I'm just making a read between X and R1, so I know he's gonna go with I seen him go with my slant, so I'm gonna actually throw the out route. We get a little sticky. We try to get out there, man, but they give him such a fortunate animation, man. I thought I was gonna have a little highlight reel right there, you know, a little highlight. But if you guys like, you know, this formation, because honestly this is a really good formation. It's just the Jets obviously are not the best team to use this with. It's just the best out of the remaining teams to use with this. So if you guys really like this, I actually suggest you using a team like the Cardinals with this, even though it's found in Arizona's playbook. I definitely recommend you use the Cardinals with this, because you know, you can have 4 great receivers out there. You have Kyler Murray. You actually have a decent offensive line, and it's fun when you have it when it's that way. But I actually missed R1 for a wide open touchdown, but I decided to throw that only because he was using a D tackle, and this is not Mutt, so he will not get no crazy pick using a D tackle. So if I see him using a D tackle, I'm gonna throw it right at him just because, honestly. So it's a bad habit I got, I know. But right here, like I said, look how fast they're shedding, man. Like it's just hard running the ball with the Jets. Like, you know, the Jets, you have to be on your P's and Q's. Like, you cannot afford to make one bad mistake. One bad mistake will lose you the game. Literally will lose you the game. So right here we really need a touchdown. Right there we get a great animation. He's gonna go ahead and blow his timeout so he can actually get the ball back before half, which you know, which is a good thing to do, you know. He's just gonna have to move fast when he gets the ball back on offense. But right here we desperately need to get in the end zone. Thankfully we do. And yeah, so I'm just really happy we're able to get in the end zone now. It is 10-14 at this time. So that means that he actually did score his drive that he was on, and we just got the ball back. We actually just started the second half because he did score before halftime. So I thought about showing you guys that, but this video is already too long, so I didn't want to just, you know, keep showing you guys. I didn't want this being like a 30-minute video by any means, but if you guys really want to see full gameplay, then just let me know, because I have a problem with thinking my videos are too long. Now this setup right here I actually really love. I really love this out of match coverage. It does great against match or man. Now what I could have done, but I wasn't able to, if I would have rolled to the right side and actually threw the ball to the R1 actually on the right side throw, then I believe he actually could have caught it. It all depends on speed. That's why I said, like, this is a speed based offense right here. So you actually want to have, so like if I was running this with the Cardinals, I would actually put D-Hop right there where Braxton is, Bears. I'll put him right there because you really need somebody with great route running. You're gonna actually see, I think this is this player next play, but you're gonna need somebody with great route runners right there. We actually just got the better of and that's Asante Samuel Jr., I believe. So it's one of those things where it's actually like an animation based thing. It's whatever animation they want to give you will determine whether, you know, you catch the ball or not, sadly. But it's just to put your best. That's why you want to put a good route runner right there. Now right here I'm actually looking between X and R1, and I'm going to look at circle late. That was my thought process. I see R1, but I just, you know, like I said, you know, just getting holler at relentlessly, but I don't even know who that is. Jay Tillery. I have no idea who that is. But that's the hardest thing about the Jets, man. That's what makes them so hard to play with, because you just don't have time. You know, they literally have one offensive lineman, you know, who's actually worth something, and he's actually only a 80. I think he's an 82, I think, and everybody else after that is like 70s or 60s or something like that. So you just don't have time. So you see, I put him on Joey Bosa. He's actually doing a great job against him. But like I said, man, it's hard because you just don't get win animation. So unless the routes are specific man beaters where they actually, you know, make a sharp breaking cut, is the only way you'll get separation. And sometimes that don't even hold true, as you're about to see here in a second, because what's going to happen is that R1 route actually really does beat man coverage. It's a sharp breaking corner route, which sharp breaking corner routes beat man coverage on here. So I'm looking at it and then I throw it right on the break, and then we just, you know, like I said, we just don't get a good animation. You know, Jeff Smith, he's a fast receiver, he just can't run routes, and thankfully he caught the ball out of bounds. So we did get blessed right there, because they could have gave him a pick and bounds. But yeah, man, you can see how hard it is, you know. So, and then this is where just kind of you see, like, route running does matter. You know, like I said, you don't realize it until you play with bad teams, but yeah, route running actually does make a difference in something. So right here, I'm actually just reading between X and square. Just want to see where the user's going to go. And I put a slant in the middle to kind of hold them, to see if it'll hold them in the middle a little bit. So right there, I'd see didn't have a purple out there, and we are going to be able to make the dot. Now, that's where I think route running matters, because if that would have been Jeff Smith out there, I don't think he would have got that kind of animation. I think the DB actually would have been a lot closer on it. So it's a good thing that route running matters, but at the same time, you know, is it really a good thing, you know? I mean, y'all let me know, man. Y'all let me know. But I don't know how much longer I want to keep doing this series, though. I really like I said, I'm about done. I wanted to just finish it just because I'm about done. But I'm just not sure on if you guys really like this or not. So right here, notice how X did get shoved on the route, and I think that's why he was able to undercut him. I'm not sure, but I thought I'll be able to undercut the receiver. I mean, undercut the DB, but we were not able to, and our opponent does go down and score. So now this game's pretty much over at this point. But you know, we're still gonna fight. You know, why not? Just, you know, I was like, all right, it's gonna be the last drive. I pretty much lost, and I pretty much knew that when I threw that pick, because like I said, I just really, only thing he was doing, which I believe I show you guys an example of what he was doing. I don't remember if I do or not, but he basically sat in trips, and all he did was run. He pretty much ran inside zone pretty much the whole entire time. And sadly, when you have the Jets, you can't do nothing about it. Somebody wants to run the ball because they have no defensive line whatsoever. So he was passing the ball a few times, but mostly it was just inside zone that I just couldn't stop. You know, it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? It was a great fun game, but anyways, just want to show you guys this last little drive. So we're going to make him choose between X and square. He chose the wrong one, so we are going to throw that dot right there to square. So we were 7 for 13 for 164 with a pick. So I mean, 7 for 13 it's not the best, but you know, playing with the team you play with. And one thing I will say is just it's hard playing man coverage. You know, it's hard, you know, if you have a bad team with man coverage, because you have to make the perfect throw and you have to hope that your receiver gets a great animation, essentially. So right there, we're going to hit our drag route, you know, gain a couple yards. So really, we're not playing bad. It's just our opponent, you know, is forcing us to only be able to run a select few plays, if that makes sense. Now, there are other plays that do beat man coverage deeper, like some deeper posts, but the problem is you need time for them. Like they have an S post on here on slot, I forget the drive, I think it's slot drive, I think the play is called. But they have an S post, but the problem with the S post is it takes a little while to develop, and I knew I wasn't gonna have time to even have that developing. Now right here, I wanted R1. I was gonna see if he's gonna put a purple or not, but he did put a purple on that side, and I threw it out of bounds, but my receiver's right there, and I could have sworn I was out the pocket, but we do get intentional grounding. So I mean, it is unfortunate, but nothing we can do about that. So right here, 3rd and 17. Look how deep that X route is. I thought that was pretty funny how literally this it's just a super long developing route. But right here, this is actually one of my favorite concepts to run versus man coverage. We're just gonna make a read between R1 and X, and then circle can be open late if we want it. So right here, I'm looking, and then I see R1, and I wanted to throw it, but just got to throw out a sack because that would have been open, because he put a purple, but that purple was not deep enough to actually play it on the sideline. So really unfortunate. Look at this, man. Just nobody's blocking, man. But right here, so 4th and 17, I'm actually gonna put square on the out route, smart route it, because I'm looking at this out route, wondering if he's gonna put a purple that deep, and I'll put R1 on the in route. So right here, I just want to see where his users are gonna go between those 3 routes, square, R1, and X. So I'm reading his user, so I see he going over there to the out route, so I'm actually going to just hit my in route right there, because in routes do beat man coverage, like I was telling you guys. So one thing about this formation, man, like I said, it's fun to run. You got 4 receivers out there. You actually can bomb every coverage in the game. Yes, literally every coverage in the game. You just need time. And I just wasn't going to try to bomb man coverage, because this man coverage can get bombed, most definitely. When I say bombed, I mean, like, you know, they have a man beating route. You know, sometimes you just need a little bit of time, and sometimes you just don't have that. So circle, I see him get wide open on the slant, and we are going to go ahead and take him to the end zone, man. But essentially, man, that's pretty much going to wrap it up, though. I just want to show you guys, I try to go for 2-point right here, just try to at least make it a 3-point game. Wait, hold on. Yeah, I had to make sure I actually added up the 3 points. But anyways, I tried to just see if I can get a good animation. That was Derwin James. He was not playing that. So anyways, I wanted to just show you guys just this, the dagger play basically that ended it. So essentially what he was doing, like I said, he was just running inside zone, and I just couldn't stop it. And they were giving Austin Eckler just amazing animations, like fight forward animations and everything like that. So yeah, I mean, good game to my opponent though. But that's where I put up for this video. I do hope you guys have a blessed day. I'm Rage Real, and I'm out.